thought I'd get on here. I haven't been on in a couple of days. I'm still trying to get 1,000 subs. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. I'll be sure to respond to it. I am watching the live. This is Yesme TV. I am Stranger Babe, and I'm trying to get 1,000 subs so I can have a small audience. Because with 1,000 subs, you probably get maybe about 3 or 4 loyal chatters, and I'm trying to create my own little internet community. I want to have internet friends. I don't necessarily want to meet anybody outside of the internet. You know, you got friends that live around you, call you, and things like that. What I would like is internet friends that come in, join your live, and you can talk about anything. This is a free-for-all platform. I don't have any mods, and nobody is safe, nothing's safe. I like gossip, but I don't like vicious gossip. When I say nobody is safe, I want everyone to feel comfortable with expressing themselves without hurting anybody's feelings. And if you're thin skinned, this probably ain't the chat for you. It's about 3 minutes till 5 o'clock a.m. on the West Coast. I'm in Utah, and I wanted to see what it's like to be on YouTube early, super early in the morning. And so I tried it. I haven't been on here for about 3 days because, I want to give everybody enough time to look at my other videos, to get to know me by looking at my videos. If you talk to me just on chat, then you only get part of what I'm talking about. If you go through my channel, you can look at some of my conversation about this, that, and the other. And that's why I want y'all to just join me and tell me what you think about what I'm talking about. Somebody said that I sound uneducated. Well, you know what? Maybe so, but I'm not here to be a teacher. I'm here to learn also. Hopefully we can learn from each other. If I don't know something, I'm not ashamed of saying I don't know. And we'll definitely look at the stream to find out what other people is commenting about the subject at hand. But yeah, I'm not here to educate anyone. I'm here to tell you about a few of my life experiences and the results of it, tell you a few stories, share some of my I call talent. Hopefully you'll like it. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. Come and join me on a live. I'm looking for an internet friendship. I need at least about 10 people that are loyal chatters that will come here and speak their mind. Not to be mean, but to speak your piece. I don't want anybody to feel like they can't come here and voice their opinion, whatever it might be. Because I'm going to definitely voice mine. If I got something to say about a subject, I will say it. If I don't know anything about it, then I'll let y'all have at it. You can have at it because I'm not trying to lead anybody astray. I will back out of the conversation if I don't know about it. I don't feel bad if the live start talking to one another and the subject I'm talking about is not something they want to talk about. If you don't want to talk about what I'm talking about, then by all means talk to each other, chat with each other, and then if you want to ask me something, go ahead and pull me in the conversation. But I'm here not only to entertain you, but I want to be entertained also. I want to enjoy the live. That's why I need some real chatters here. People that want to talk about things. People that like gossip, but not into vicious, vicious gossip. You know, I like funny gossip. I don't like the vicious gossip. And then as far as the other channels and what they're talking about, every time I turn on my YouTube, is these old crime scenes, and I used to watch them like every day. I used to just have a freaking marathon of crime videos, and some of them say it happened 2, 3 days ago, but I remember seeing it like 4, 5 years ago. So I kind of stopped watching those because it's a downer to me. So if you want to talk about, crime and stuff, you probably want to go to another channel because I've watched so much of those police videos. The things I like talking about is, maybe a little celebrity, a little things about experiencing in life, what the end results about learning lessons about life experiences, because I was talking about going to the club, hey, how you doing? Hi. Hey, is it Jaco? Jacko? But yeah, I was looking at, hi, welcome to the live. I was talking about when I went to the club and somebody had Mickey me. You know what I'm saying? Have anybody ever experienced that? Let me tell you something. If you get Mickeyed, and you're at the club, a lot of people like going to the club. Not saying that anything is wrong with going to the club. I'm just saying be careful because an experience of mine, I got Mickeyed, and that means somebody slipped something in my drink. What I didn't do is I didn't go to the bar with him and watch the bartender pour up the drink. And when he brought the drink to me, all I remembered was feeling like heavy. Like I was standing up first. I was like standing, dancing and stuff. And the guy, he brought the drink and I took a sip of the drink. And I remember, just feeling heavy, really heavy. Like I just gained like 200 pounds and could barely stand up. And I remember going to the restroom and I remember like sliding down the wall because I couldn't hold myself up because I felt heavy. And so I remembered making it to the table and just putting my head down on the table with all this music playing. Because, yes, I was in the club, all this music playing. And I remember just feeling very heavy, and I had to put my head down on the table because everything was spinning. So, but that is just a lesson learned that you cannot take drinks from anybody at the club. So, experiences like that, you don't have to use your real name. I'll call you exactly what the name you got on your channel, but that is an experience that I experienced, and it's not too graphic, but it was very it was a big warning for me about clubs that I have to be more vigilant, and you cannot just take drinks from strangers just because you're feeling yourself and guys are buying you drinks. You cannot drink them. And the thing was, the guys that gave me this drink, they weren't like the dope dealer, thuggish type dressed. They was dressed in three-piece suits. And the funny thing about it, I thought they was dressed too conservative anyway to be in a club. But guess what? Those was the ones that was making people drink these well-dressed, overdressed guys. They was one was standing on the right of me, one was standing on the left of me. I guess they knew eventually that whatever they put in my drink was going to have a fast effect. But yeah, they didn't get me outside, but they did ruin a wonderful New Year's outing that I had. Because when I woke up, yeah, the party was over and my head was still on the table. I had like fell asleep in the club, but I was Mickey'd in the club. When I say Mickey, I mean someone put something in my drink to knock me out so I could go to sleep. And they probably was going most likely they was gonna carry me out of there, take advantage of me while I was knocked out. And a lot of people think it's funny. They think it's slick, it's sly, but it's not. That could have became a serious crime that these guys was going to perpetrate on me. So you got to be careful in the club. That was just one of the things that I wanted to talk about. And of course, I'm being gang stalked. Let me tell you a little bit about this gang stalking. What it is I'm getting a V2K. They done tried everything on me. They tried the honey pots. They tried the following. They broke into my house, tearing up my property. So the only thing was left is V2K. What is V2K? It's voice to skull technology. What they do is they stop. They won't stop talking. It's non-stop talking. It's three of them. It's one guy that sound like he's a deep voice male. I call him Barry White. Then it's one that sounds feminine, like he's gay, and then it's a female. So it's two males and one female. This is man-made schizophrenia. This is not in my head. This is not me tripping, or drinking, or high, or on some kind of acid trip. This is gang stalking, is what I'm talking about. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. This is gang stalking I'm talking about. What they do is V2K, it's nonstop talking. And they can also read your mind. Yes, read your mind. That technology is here. Everybody need to know. It's not a joke. It's not for play. This is for real, for real. They can read, they got technology now where they can read your mind. And how they doing it, I don't know. I don't have that kind of education about technology. I don't know how they're doing it, but I believe AI is involved because these people nonstop talking. They never laugh. They never joke. The only time they seem like they was amused is when I found a beer and I drunk the beer and the dude talking about, I stuck that up my ass. The only thing they bring with them is negative. They try to instill fear in you, and they read your mind to find out maybe some kind of tragedy or trauma or tribulation that you had, in your life. They'll find it out by reading your mind. I know it sounds crazy, but the technology here is here. They read your mind and they find out something maybe sad or bad or something that upset you that happened in your life and they use it against you. They'll tell you it's your fault. They will tell you you should have did this. But it's a blame. What they want to do is blame. They're looking for something that can really hurt you, make you sad, something that make you afraid, something that's going to yeah, put fear in you. That's what they're looking for when they're something that makes you think you're gonna get in trouble. That is what the V2K for. To read your mind, to find something in your head, an old memory, a sad event, and they're gonna play on it. They're gonna say it's your fault. You could have did better. Well, they're gonna use the blame game. That is V2K. It's nonstop talking, nonstop blaming, nonstop degrading. They degrade you, they defame you, they humiliate you, and then they also play games with things outside. Like you can pass by someone, and they would call they would say something, you would think the person that you passed by is the one that said it. Also, it would sound like they're in the water fountain. Like when you turn your water on inside, it sound like they coming out the water spigot. Sound like they coming out the toilet. It sound like they're coming out the voice is what I'm saying. It's like a surround sound. You hear them everywhere you go. Turn it on them. If you turn up something loud, it's like they will get loud with the the sound of what you're turning on. If you turn on the water, they're gonna talk so you do not miss one word they're saying. They want you to hear every freaking word they say. So you can't turn anything up and think you cannot hear them. You cannot put your fingers in your ears and think you cannot hear them. You cannot put a headphone on and think, yeah, headphones with music and think you cannot hear them. You're always going to hear them. It's V2K. And how do I deal with it? Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm on medication because what they was doing, they would get me so angry of just being degraded, defamed, and just haunted everywhere I go. They was there everywhere I go. So I had to get on medication because I was getting angry all the time, and I will respond to some of their comments. If they call me a name, guess what? I call them a name. But this can go on all day. One day I was cussing them out 24/7. I woke up cussing them out. I went to bed cussing them out. This thing talks 24/7, so you know it's AI. It got to be a computer of sort. But yeah, I had to get on medication because my blood pressure would rise. I could feel myself getting angry like 5 times, 10 times a day, just pissed off, angry with the communication with this V2K, just pissed off all the time. And they would try to instill fear in you. You could be in a room by yourself and they'll start whispering like somebody's in the room with you, somebody's coming in your room, somebody's opening your door, somebody's coming in your house, and they'll whisper it real low and you'll hear it. They know you hear it because they know when you wake up. Yes, they will be in your dreams. One time I was dreaming, and I was smoking a J, right? And the reason why I was dreaming it because that's what I wanted. I was like, I need a J for this right here, because I hadn't smoked a J in a year. So I was dreaming I was smoking a J, and I started waking up as soon as I put the J in my mouth. And the first thing I heard is, "You're doing drugs." Now, it doesn't sound like me, like the way I'm talking to you is very low, and and you're the only person that can hear it. You're the only person that can hear it, because I know several times I've asked people, "Can you hear that? Do you hear that?" And you don't want to say, "I hear voices." Please hit that like and subscribe. You don't want to hear, "I hear voices." You want to hear like, you want to say, you can't say, "I hear voices." You got to say something like, "Do you hear that? Do you hear that? Cause I hear that." Now the person I answer yes or no, and then you gotta describe what you hear. What I usually do, I'll be like, "I hear somebody cursing." I hear a profanity. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, so you can find out more about this game stocking and the new technology that they have out to harass. It's voice to skull. They're using it to frame people, set people up. They claim that they're police. They claim that they're LGBTQ. They claim that they're YouTubers. They claim that they're police. They claim anything and all that, you know. And they want you to look like you're crazy, like you're a damn fool, and that you don't know what you're talking about. Look, if I didn't know what I was talking about, I wouldn't even come here and tell anybody about it. The reason why I'm telling y'all about it, because I think everybody should know about this new technology that's out. And if they feel like they're gonna use this shit on me, well, I'm gonna tell everybody about it. I'm gonna tell everybody about it, because for one, not only is it degrading, humiliating, it's illegal. They can't use this. Nobody have the right to talk to you 24/7 days a week. For one, it's a psychological mind fuck. It's torture. Somebody that won't stop talking is absolute torture, and you're the only person that can hear it. And not only is they nonstop talking, but they're calling you names. They're calling you stupid. They're saying, "Get out of their house. Get out of my house. Get out of my house." This is Yesme TV. I am Stranger Babe. Please hit that like and subscribe. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about GameStop and in the V2K, exactly what it's um, like to be targeted like that. It's nonstop talking. They will not shut the fuck up. I've called the police here in Utah about 10 times when it first started. When it first started, I called the police because I thought it was my neighbor with the speakers against the wall and talking to me through the speakers. I'm like, what the hell is this fool trying to talk to me through the wall with the speakers? I thought he had the speakers pressed against the wall or something, but it's not. It's a computer. It got to be a computer of some sort, some kind of machine. I know they're using AI. It follows you everywhere you go. You can't go to the bathroom without hearing this V2K. I am um, I am a target individual. I do not like to say that, but I had to come to grips with that's what's happening. And there's people out here that pretend to be target individuals you know, to make the one, and they say all kinds of stupid things like they're forced. forcing me to do this and forcing me to do that. Well, it doesn't do that. What it does is there to drive you crazy by talking to you. But the thing I could tell you this, you are the only one can hear it. That's what V2K is. Yes, they follow you around. Yes, they have the one head lighters that follow you around just to let you know that they're watching you, but they'll turn one light off, but then when they get down the road, they'll turn it back on. So they done wired their car lights where they can turn it on and off. You know, when they want someone to see them, they'll use the one head like a lighter. And yes, some people light is just broke, but these particular persons, they're doing it intentionally. So that is V2K. It's nonstop talking. I mean, like even now, as I sit here, I can hear it, but you're not gonna be able to hear it. It's a new technology they got out to torture the masses, to torture anybody who goes against the grain. You know, if you're not talking what they want you to talk, they'll start using it against you. And then if they get some information out of you, like a bad memory, you know, you could be just drunk and you think of something outlandish, they will grip onto that and they will try to blackmail you with it. They'll ask for money, they'll ask for anything that they want, something of value, something they want from you. It depends on what you got. Because these people can also listen to your bank account when you're on the phone with the bank. If you lose anything, I can guarantee you it's not going to be there that long because they always have somebody around you following you. And as soon as you think I lost this, they'll run and go get it or drive and go get it. They do steal. Like twice, they tried to steal my bank numbers by me just thinking of my bank numbers. They would call, it's like your thoughts being broadcast. Like they got two males listening and one female that's broadcasting my thoughts that I can only hear. It's like an echo, but it's somebody's voice. And if I think of something like my bank numbers, she's saying my bank numbers out loud. I'm thinking it, she's saying it, and she's conveying it to the two male voices. But I think those two male voices that I hear, they can hear the things that I'm thinking also. I know it sounds crazy. I know you don't believe it, but I'm here to tell you the technology is out, believe it or not. And I am being one of the um yes, test subjects. They're using it on me. They're using this technology on me. I know in probably 5, 10 years it'll be out that this is a true thing and this is what they're doing and they'll tell you how they're doing it. But right now they're using it on whoever they want to use it on, and they try to find out bad things about you. They claim to be YouTubers, but the goal is to find out bad things about you so then they could advertise it to the world or just blackmail you with it. You know, you could have a weird thought and they'll hold it against you. So that's what V2K is for. They're using it to extort. And I know I cannot I'm not very good at trying to explain it, but this is the best I can. This is layman's term. Hopefully you understand what I'm saying. I'm saying they have the technology now to read thoughts. I know it sounds stupid. I think it's stupid. But guess what? They're doing it. That is what V2K is. They can not only is they talking to you, but they're taking your thoughts and holding them against you. You know, you can have a stupid, goofy, illegal thought, and guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna hold that against you. They're gonna try to blackmail you with it. Like that guy, Myron Mays, for instance, that was at FSU. He was an FSU shooter, and he said he was being gang stalk. Well, not only did he go to Texas, like these people that be talking to me, they be talking about we're Texas Rangers, and I would see these cars with Texas license plate. Well, the guy Myron Mays, he went to Texas, and these ones that's gang stalking me, they claim to be Mexican. Well, Myron Mays, he was dating a Mexican female at the time and was going to Mexico. The ones that's gang stalking me, I believe they're white, but they claim to be Mexican, but I believe they're all different ethnicities. I think all of them are different ethnicities, and but the funny thing about it, Myron Mays, he said they was Mexican. He went to Texas. All the things that they're doing here, they love to show me to say, look at that Texas license plate. That is a Texas Ranger. Now, I don't believe it to be true, but that's what they'll say. Now, remember when I say they're saying this to me, they're saying it through V2K. They're saying it to voice the skull. You know, some people like, oh, you know, you got telepathy. You know, that's how they're talking to me. Yes, telepathy is now out. It's a new um technology they got. You can believe it or not, I'm telling you, it's true. I'm one of they fucking test subjects. They're using it on me. They told me they was gonna drive me crazy. They're gonna have me arrested. They told me they ain't gonna never stop fucking with me. And the reason why, because yes, I make fun of them. You know, I laugh at their name calling, even though it's not fucking funny. But let me tell you something: when you're going through something like this, you gotta find some kind of humor in it, because if you don't, you will go crazy. You will have high blood pressure from being angry all the time. You got to find some kind of humor in this and laugh at them. Make, you know, just how they're trying to humiliate you, laugh at it. But sometimes it's hard to laugh at it. Sometimes they will strike a nerve, and once they strike that nerve, guess what? They're going to keep striking it. They want you upset, pissed off all the time. And when you laugh, what they'll say, she laughing. Yes, laugh at it. But anyway, that Myron Mize guy, he was in my hometown of Tallahassee, Florida. So I truly believe he was being gang stalked because I'm being gang stalked. And I'm from Tallahassee, Florida. I don't think the location has anything to do with being gang stalked. But once you get on the internet, it started when I got on the internet. These internet trolls, we call them trolls, but you see them on the internet all the time in different people's lives, but they're always here. Those people are on schedules. They're never not here. Just like these V2K voices, they're never not here. It's 24 hours. Just like they be on these lives, just bouncing from one chat to another chat. And they got all these pages. That's why I said all these different channels, all these different names that they use when they come on the internet. That's why I say yes, law enforcement is a part of it, but they're not supposed to be doing this. So much they got some crooked cops out here doing this. This technology is against the law. It's against the law. And they use it to steal from you. And they use it to manipulate, to extort, to get you to do things that's going to get you in trouble. You know, they want you to lash out at the public. They want you to be pissed off. That's what happened to Myron Mays. He lashed out. He probably was experiencing V2K like I am and thought those people were saying things about him and he was hearing it because that's what V2K does. It'll make you think the person next to you just called you a bitch, or the person next, like it's almost like surround sound. You hear the sound over there and you hear your name over there by these people and you would think these people are talking about me. That's V2K also. If V2K can mimic surround sound, yes, you'll think a group of people is talking about you, but what it really is the V2K talking in your ear and you're experiencing like surround sound and you'll think it's people talking about you, but when it's just, you'll think even that your name is in some music, but in reality, they're recording that music that you're hearing on the outside and they're putting your name in it. And you think it's other people doing it to you, but no, it's just the people that's doing the B2K. They're the only ones that's doing it to you. It ain't the people in the car, it's the V2K. And yes, they will have people following you. That's why they got them following you. They want you to become so paranoid. They want you to become so paranoid that you think that people are following you and talking about you. And that once you start doing what Myron Mays did, then you done ruined your life. They're happy now. They done pushed you to the limit. They do not care who gets hurt doing your rant. They don't know that you're gonna go totally off or whatever. They they do know and they just don't care. They don't care who gets hurt. If they push you to the point of where you finna go wackadoo on society, they just don't care. They don't care if you go crazy on society. They don't care if you um cuss somebody out. They don't care. It's their entertainment to watch you crash out. That means they V2K, their mind control, their brainwashing is working. When they get you to crash out, that is the ultimate. It's working. That's the thing. Who is? That's the question. People they claim to be different, different organizations. Some people say it's the military. Some people say it's Freemasons. They even claim to be LGBTQ. They don't want you to know. I mean, I don't know. All I know is being done to me. That's the only thing I don't know. I don't know who's doing that. I don't know who got this type of equipment that can do this. Nobody knows. They're just guessing that it's military. Because who in the hell will give a group a machine that can read your thoughts? That is federal type stuff. That's the kind of stuff the government, they would not allow you or me to have that type technology. It's someone that the government recognize. They have to recognize them because there's no way you can keep voice to skull and it actually work a secret from the government. That is a money making machine, and there's no way they're going to let a civilian walk around with a machine like that. A machine that can telepathically talk to you. It got to be the government. And the government will kick anybody ass if they found out they got that type of technology. I mean, think about it. Shoot, they ain't even want you to invent um, gas out of say if you invented gas out of dirt. They be like, oh hell nah, you gonna give us this patent here. You ain't gonna just walk around putting dirt and making gas. You gonna tell us how you did that. Just like this V2K. Oh no, you ain't gonna walk around knowing how to read people's mind and it works. Talk to them telepathically and it works. Oh no, buddy, come here. We need to talk to you. So the point is they don't want you to know. They are throwing all different um agencies, all different um things at you so to keep you confused. They don't want you to know. They don't want me to know who's doing it. I could sue them. So they gonna tell me it's several people. It's all these people. But once it does come out, probably in the next um 20 years when they gonna be like, oh yeah, you right, we was doing that. This is the machine we was doing it with. It made them think they was hearing voices, but it was, then they gonna show you how they did it. Just like if the government is doing something that they don't want you to know about, they ain't gonna tell you until like 10 years later. Don't open this file until 2040. Just like they wouldn't tell us they was selling crack in the black community. They're not gonna tell you until their whatever whatever operation they got going is done. They're not going to tell you who it was until it's completed. They do a lot of different experiments on people, and they're not going to tell you that they're doing the experiment until the experiment is over. And everybody they did the experiment on is half dead. Ain't gonna get no money for it. They so old until even if they told them what it was, they too old to get anything for it because they either senior citizens or they're on their deathbed. So yeah, I mean, pretty soon, I would say in probably 2030, not 2030, maybe 2040, they going to tell you what they doing. But yes, the technology out, telepathy, mind reading, and you're going to be able to talk to them just with the telepathy. As they talk to you, you're going to be able to talk to them. These people have threatened to kill me. They told me this was a secret that they're going to make it look like suicide. I mean, and you know what I told them? I said, well, I'd rather die of something other than damn diabetes. So I'm gonna tell if I'm gonna be snuffed out by a secret government agency. Oh well, shit, diabetes, secret agency, yeah, it's about the same. Diabetes sucks. Secret agency, that sucks too. But I'm gonna tell you everything they doing. You can believe me or not, I don't give two rats asses. But I'm gonna tell you exactly what they doing. It's V2K. It's V2K. They're doing it on me. And they told me they ain't gonna never stop. And they say that I guess the more that I run my mouth, the more they gonna do it. And yeah, they talking about they gonna kill me, they gonna shoot me. I mean, the whole point is instilling fear. They told me they'll do it to my children, meaning make my family look like a bunch of schizophrenic nuts, because they're not gonna be able to handle it. Just like I can't handle it. But guess what? I'm handling it. It's hard to handle, but I'm handling it. Hello, how you doing? And then I'm like, hell, you can't turn the crazy crazy. I already had a few things going on with me. This just put the icing on the cake. Like, oh, I knew it. I finally figured it out. These bitches was driving me crazy. They was a damn setup. My whole fucking life has been a setup. And this is the big finale. And yeah, I just wanted to share that information with you, and hopefully you'll take it at heed. Now, I don't want this channel to be all about gang stalking, but when I get the feeling, I'm gonna unleash it. I'm gonna tell you everything they're doing, and because they're doing it now. Once I stop talking to y'all, I gotta listen to this blabbermouth bitch go on and on about some bullshit she done pulled out of her ass. Now, I'm talking about the machine. Whoever operating this machine, that's who I'm talking about. It could be a male, it could be a female, it could be three different people. I don't fucking know. And that's what they love about it. Cause you don't know. Cause they'll throw different organizations. Like we're YouTubers, we're the FBI, we're Freemason, we're LGBT. Yeah. And they'll just keep on throwing things at you. Anything you think about, like, could this be the feds? We're the feds. Could this be Freemason? We're Freemasons. They'll come with anything you think about. And that's the fuckery of it. They don't want you to know who it is. Could this be the military? We're the military. They don't want you to know who they are. Who he is or she is. It could be one damn person with one damn machine fucking with you, fucking with me. But I know for a fact the government damn sure wouldn't let no civilian run around here telepathically talking to people and brainwashing. This is another thing they do. They was brainwash you, meaning they would find something that upset you that you may have thought of. You may have a sad memory, and they'll keep repeating it, and they'll blame you for it. First, you'll be like, "Nah, that's not true. Get the hell out of here. Fuck off." But then the bitches will keep saying it for like 1,000 to 2,000 times a day, over and over again. You may have just a weird thought that float in your head. Let me give you an example. Say you're a guy and you see this girl and she's pretty and you're like, oh man, I sure wouldn't mind getting with that. And then you done thought this thought and they gonna lash on to that thought. You're a pedophile. That's a underage girl. You be looking at these underage girls. You're a pedophile. You're a pedophile. Every time you look at somebody that's underage, they gonna yell, "You're a pedophile. You're a pedophile," and they gonna say this 2,000 times a day. Then you gonna be like, damn, maybe I am a scumbag. Say there, you are a pedophile. You know, that is the brainwashing. They would say that like 2,000 times a day. The reason why I say 2,000 because they said twice every minute. Like what they're doing to me, I'm not gonna spread they vicious lies. So I'm not gonna say what they call me, because next thing you know, somebody on the damn internet will be right along with it. Cause this way the motherfuckers came from the internet. So I'm not gonna spread they lies on me. They're gonna have to say it right through this damn this phone so I can know who they are. Be like, bitch, it's you. I done found you, motherfucker. You saying the same shit these bitch ass niggas saying. You are a part of it. See, because it's always gonna be something out outlandish, outrageous, and something you gonna have to prove. I tell them every chance I get, come on, let's just go to the police station and we gonna prove this. We gonna see who's right and who's wrong. Kiss my ass. That's what they'll tell me. So I gotta hold their lies to myself. But that is just an example of what they'll do. Something vicious, a small little thought of, oh, she's cute. She's underage. You're a pedophile. And they would say it twice every 2 minutes. So that's in the thousands of times a day. And they talk to you even when you sleep. You can wake up in the middle of the night and you'll be like, oh, goodness, another day. And guess who first voice you hear? They motherfucking ass. You gonna hear them talking shit to you. It ain't gonna never be good morning, stranger baby. It's gonna be an accusation, a name calling, so that's what they do to keep you pissed off all the time, calling your name. Now if I called you a bitch like 20 times in 30 minutes, you a bitch, you bitch. If I did that to you, eventually you're gonna get pissed off. And you're gonna say something like, why'd you hear that? You're gonna be like, fuck you. And now you're talking to yourself. See how they get you? If you hearing telepathically, bitch, you a fucking bitch. You a bitch. You know you a stupid bitch. And you gonna be like, I'm gonna ignore it. I'm ignoring it. And then that last fucking bitch, you gonna be like, fuck you. Well, you gonna end up responding. And guess where they got you? They got you talking to yourself. See, it's a slow, they trying to drive it crazy. They trying to drive it crazy. Because as soon as you start responding to them, they got your ass. Because you know what? Now you're not talking telepathically. You're using your mouth. People are seeing you out there. Oh, fuck you. Because you're hearing them saying, fuck you. You like, no, fuck you. And so, yeah, you gotta be careful with that. They done told me they gonna do this, they gonna do that to me. I don't give a rat's ass. Like I said, yeah, go ahead, let a spy agency knock me off. You know what I'm saying? Well, what Barbara died of? Diabetes. What Barbara died of? Well, the feds killed her. It sounds better. Yeah, diabetes kind of suck. But yeah, they say they gonna do this, they gonna do that to me. I'm like, okay, whatever. Gotta die or something. Shoot, federal agent killing you, knocking you off is sound much cooler than diabetes. So yeah, I told him I'm gonna tell every goddamn thing I know. I'm gonna just tell it all. I don't give a damn. We gonna fight. If you wanna fight with me, we can fight all the way to the Supreme Court. You can throw everything at me and I'm gonna throw it right back at you. And I'm gonna tell everybody what we doing. I'm not keeping this shit secret. Why the fuck would you why would you tell me such a secret? Do you know I can't hold water? I'ma tell you every goddamn thing I know. You ain't my fucking friend. Why the fuck I supposed to keep your secret when you been treating me like fucking shit? Now when they came here, don't think for 1 second they came here to be friends with me. First thing they told me is I need to get the fuck out of Utah. Does that sound friendly to you? Hell no. So they came crooked at me. So I knew right then and there they was not gonna be no friends of mine. First thing they told me, get the fuck out of Utah. This is their house. Give them some fucking money for being here, and telling me all the things they wanted. See, these people didn't come at me as a friend. They ain't talking to me as I'm gonna be your spiritual guidance and telling me about how other people think. No, these bitches came at me like I can't stand you, bitch. And I'm like, oh shit, it's on now. I got somebody, I got this parasite in my fucking brain that I'm gonna have to cuss out 24/7, just like they talking shit to me. It's like being in a bad relationship and you hate each other, but you gotta live with this bitch. So I'm just like, okay, you gonna be here all this time? Well, we gonna just go at it. Every time I have a bad day, bitch, I'm taking it out on you. I don't have to worry about taking it out on nobody else. I'm gonna take out my bad day on your ass because they're trying to drive me fucking crazy. So bitch, guess what? Just like I gotta hear your mouth, you gotta hear my mouth. Every time I'm in a bad mood, guess what? Bitch, you gonna get the shit end of the stick. Every fucking time. You gonna get the shit in the stick. You wanna be here, you wanna hear all my thoughts. Well, goddamn it, you finna hear every bit of them. You gonna be like somebody I hate, bitch. And guess what? Once you get it like that, it's a good stress reliever. But then, sometimes when you don't want to be mad and a bitch piss you off anyway, and you like, God damn it, I'm gonna have to get mad again. Cause if you don't get mad with them, guess what? They're gonna have you all sad and shit. Hey, how you doing? Hello, everyone that came through. Hi. But yeah, they're gonna have you all sad again. Now, who am I talking about? I'm talking about the people that they're gonna use on you for V2K. Their voices, their AI voices that you're going to have to go against. You're gonna have to go against. They're your foe. They're your enemy. They're your AI enemy. They ain't gonna never laugh with you. They ain't gonna never tell you nothing good. And if they ever say something nice to you, I can guarantee you they gonna turn around and say something nasty. Like, bitch, you must be kidding. I'm not saying nothing nice to you. So they are your enemies. Like sometimes I'll say something nice and then I'll be like, yeah, hey, I'll say, hey, Dale. And then they'll say, yeah, I'll be like, kiss my ass. That's how they'll treat you. Now, the name I use, I just used it as an example. I'm like, hey, Dale. And he was like, yeah, kiss my ass. Because that's how they'll do you. When you think, oh, my goodness, maybe they're not going to be nasty today. Forget it. They're going to be nasty every fucking day. And you got to be nasty with them. Or you're going to have to try to not talk to them. For me, like I said, I had to get on medicine simply because I got tired of being angry every day. It would bring my blood pressure up. Do you know how hard it is to be pissed off for a whole fucking 6 months to a year? That shit is stress, and stress will kill your ass. I had to get on meds so I wouldn't get pissed off every day. Every day. They coming at you every fucking day. These motherfuckers came come after me every day. When I go to bed, that's the last voice I hear. When I wake up, that's the last voice I that's when I wake up, that's the first voice I hear. Now, say you was in a relationship around your family, you will still hear 'em, but they'll be in the background. You will still hear 'em. They will still come at you, even though you got family and friends around. You'll still hear their voices, kind of in the further back, low, quiet, antagonizing ass voice. You will still hear it, but your company will not. But you gotta get to the point where you kind of ignore them as much as possible. Now, one thing I realized when I'm engaged in a conversation, these bitches so fucking nosy, they will shut up just so they can hear the whole conversation, and then if you say something about it to them, they can repeat back what you said, what you was talking about with your friends. So sometimes they will shut the fuck up just to get in your business. They're sitting there listening to your conversation, and sometimes you be like, damn it, I can't even talk the way I want to talk because this fucking asshole here. He's here listening. Now, I'm talking about B2K. All right, people, like I said, I don't want this channel to be all about B2K. I want it to be happy stuff, funny stuff. But when it's time to talk about it, I have no problem laying it out on the table. But, like I said, you cannot let this type of technology get to you. So, to all you think about is V2K, and all you think about is how they shitting on you. You gotta have some kind of outlet. You got to laugh. You got to make jokes. You gotta be silly, cause their whole point is to rob you blind of joy. They don't want you to be happy. They don't want you to laugh about a damn thing. They want you to be pissed 24/7. This is Yesme TV. I am Stranger Babe. Thank you for coming into my live. I know I started super early, but I just felt the need to talk to you, and I don't want so much time to get between us until we lose touch. Go ahead, hit that like and subscribe, and put a comment in. This is Stranger Babe by Stranger.